What's up, Aries? What's up, my boo? Ooh. You got a Virgo thinking about you, Aries. It just flew the fuck out. It just said, pop out. Pop out. Pop, 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 pop out. You got a Virgo thinking about you. 3 of Cups, 3 of Wands. I don't know if you did a threesome with this person, but they still think about it. Just saying, Aries. Yeah, y'all don't talk anymore. 4 of Swords. This conversation between you and this Virgo Aries been dead. Hasta la vista. Never, baby. Damn, Aries, what'd you do? Okay. You see, Aries, your little ex was a fool. A fool financially, a fool individually, a fool as a person. Like, everyone told you this ex of yours was mad fucking goofy, and like you were really like, they're like trying to give me like a couple. Have you seen the Goofy movie? I love the Goofy movie. Shout out to the Goofy movie. You're the bad bitch and he's Goofy's son, bro. Even Goofy's like, what the fuck? That was your ex. Everyone really thought you were retarded being with your ex. No lie. 6 of Swords. Like, people will come at you every day, Aries, on how fucking dumb you were, how little naive with the Page of Pentacles. Like, you were in school dating this person, because the Page of Pentacles is usually a student. So like, I guess like your family or friends wanted you to like really focus on your career and like your academics, but no, you just chose to date some lame ass dude. And that relationship, a lot of people are like saying, was too fast to even begin with. Damn. And like, your family never really worried about finances when it came to you, Aries. They knew you had that. That's what they're telling me. And that like, no, like literally, like, it's literally like written in your life that you're never ever supposed to have like financial issues. That's just really Aries. Like, they're so go-getters, they're so CEO oriented, like, duh. Like, I'm a Pisces, like, that's really my sun, but I'm on the cusp of Aries, so like, I have a hard time with that fire and air. But like, if you're like a full-on Aries, like, you shouldn't really be worried about this. This is like money is something that most Aries thrive in, you know? Alright, but so like, why does this ex just want you? Like, well, why'd they date you? Why'd they leave you? Okay, so you brought a lot of balance into their life. They felt like you had so much in common with Temperance. They felt like your strengths were their weaknesses, and like your weaknesses were their strengths. You feel me? They felt like y'all were like really compatible and like super healthy. Like, you honestly were like an angel in their life. But I keep getting this three stuff, like 3 numbers. And like, the 3 of Wands was like, maybe they wanted this relationship to like be more fruitful, and like they were waiting on time to like really help and grow and heal the relationship. But like, I have the 2 of Cups here and the 2 of Pentacles. So it just feels like there's times y'all could talk about money and times you could talk about your relationship. I don't really see you had arguments here, but I just feel like your family kind of felt like your ex wasn't really worthy of you because they were really immature sometimes, but they were actually pretty healthy for you. But with the 2 of Swords, it's literally a pair of scissors. I think you still decided to cut them off. Why'd you cut them off? 7 of Pentacles. It's because they were making you wait too long. Okay, so this is what it is. You were dating the head-ass dude. You had a head-ass boyfriend. Always down to joke, always down to be a clown. But when it was time to be nitty-gritty serious about the future, he wasn't ready to commit, and probably kept pushing the deadline on like when you were going to take the next level from like, oh, we're like, because like I got this feeling of school, like, oh, we're dating in school, but are we going to date outside of like middle school, high school, college, shit like that? Or like, are we really going to be together after all this academics are over? And you, Aries, were like, you know what? As much as I think we're a good couple, you're too, what's the word? You're too, I have to say it, you're too slow, but not in the mental state. You're slow in regards to moving forward, the speed necessary in life to get shit done in a relationship. They were going to make you wait. They were going to make you wait for whatever financial reason. They were going to make you wait. You were just going to wait a long time with the Seven of Pentacles for that relationship to be at the status you want it to be. Damn. Okay, girl. What else? What else you can tell me? The moon. Strength. That's such a fucking combo. Anywho. Alright. The moon, the strength, and the Nine of Wands. I felt like when I saw these two, my first thought was the sun and the moon. But if it really was the sun and the moon, it would have came out like the sun and the moon. Like, usually when I'm like doing couples reading for the zodiacs or anybody, if the sun and moon come out, I'm like, oh, that's like the biggest, like, Cupid slapped me in the face himself. And he was just like, hey, those two are meant for each other. Like, if I'm doing a love reading, I look for the sun and the moon in my love readings. That's like my biggest tall tale sign of like, you're each other's yin and yang. Like, I freak out. Like, especially like when a couple comes up to me and they have a reading about the relationship and they're like, are we meant to be together? I look for the sun and moon. That's like my number one thing. Or the lovers. Like, when I get the sun and moon in relationships, that's kind of why I got excited, but that's not it. But it gave me so much hope. I felt like the sun and moon, like I said, is like yin and yang, right? They're soulmates. They're meant to be together. Like on some Ladybug and Cat Noir shit, they were made for each other, you know? But I feel like that's how you felt like that relationship was gonna go. But with the Nine of Wands, I felt like you had to cut a lot of people or put a lot of your friends in their place, because like they were like emotionally testing you while you were in this relationship. Like, I feel like you had to be emotionally headstrong and like cut off a lot of bullshit after this relationship. And I know deep down you're probably still thinking about the relationship, but like, you don't want to get back with them because of all the strength it took having to cut off like certain friends, certain habits you had with them. And honestly, I get it. Any advice for Aries so I can close this out? This can be sun, moon, rising, honestly, or Venus placements, because that's usually where it bothers. Yeah, Judgment and the Ten of Wands. It was a burden to the fire in your life, the opinions people had on your relationship, Aries. Like, it really was a burden to your aura. The wands give me very aura vibes, okay? You're like, why do the wands give you aura vibes? Because it's associated with the element of fire, if you really think about it. So like, for me, I don't know if you've seen animations like this, but literally anytime artists love to draw like a flame in people's chest to represent their inner flame of their spirit. And I feel like in regards to your love life, when you were in your academics pursuits, dating this person, you really cared about what your society and culture had to say on your relationship, because you wanted someone you could be proud of. And this person was just so a head ass. They just always wanted to clown around and not really take anything seriously. And if they were going to take something seriously, because I've had an ex like this, they were going to make you wait an eternity for it to never come. So honestly, the advice was like, don't let the fire of the judgment that you got from this relationship burden you onto the next one. And I know it's not like a Disney fairy tale, but Oh. And I don't think it does burden you anytime you date anybody new. Because, like, with the Ace of Wands and the Six of Swords, I think you're good. Because it seems like you moved on to, like, I'm not going to lie or sugarcoat it. It's giving you moved on to better dick. And you're like, I ain't even tripping.